Being a music fan can be incredible. Being a part of a fan base is also another experience where you're just connecting with other people that feel the same way, or at least a very similar way as you do, about a particular artist or band. And today I'm going to be talking about 21 Pilots, a duo that obviously the majority of you guys probably know if you're not familiar. They make kind of an experimental take on pop, reggae, electronic styles, indie-tronica I've heard them called, with rapping, singing from lead singer Tyler Joseph, Josh Dunn, on the drums and percussion. It's just a really interesting and eclectic style of music. And recently I have seen so many comments about them selling out or going mainstream. You might notice that they had a song featured in the Suicide Squad soundtrack. I posted a review of it. It's called Heathens. And along with that and a couple of other songs that you've probably been living under a rock if you haven't heard. Yeah, I know we're all sick of that one at this point, but you know what I'm talking about. 21 Pilots have been all over the radio, just in the mainstream, just getting used in a lot of different places, and them being on the Suicide Squad soundtrack is not a bad thing, I don't think. See, selling out for me is the definition of when somebody just makes music to pander to a certain audience. And do 21 Pilots do that? Absolutely not. Let's look at their most recent album, Blurry Face, that came out in 2015. I thought that was a fantastic follow-up to Vessel. Wasn't quite as great as that record in my mind, but still a fantastic collection of songs. When we compare Blurry Face and just the rest of 21 Pilots' discography to the majority of mainstream pop music, what's getting played on the radio, I'd say that they're at like a college level and the rest of everything else is just down here in like elementary school still. It's not even able to be argued once you get down to it, because you look at the lyrical content here, regardless if you like Tyler as a vocalist or you like their quirkiness or whatever it may be, the uniqueness of the band. Not everybody has to like 21 Pilots, and that's not what I'm getting at. But whenever it comes down to it, you look at the roots of these songs, and you can't just say that somebody is selling out trying to make music for the mainstream whenever they have something that connects with people on such a deeper level. Look at their most recent track, Heathens. There's so much going on there. It's commenting on the state of the fan base and just how everyone seems to be up in arms about all of the new fans. And sure, it is annoying whenever there's new fans. They only know Stressed Out or they only know Ride just because they heard them on the radio, or maybe possibly House of Gold or Ode to Sleep, one of the hits from the first album that weren't even really major hits. It can get quite frustrating, especially if you go to a concert, you miss the intimate days. But can we be unhappy for them? Absolutely not. And I see that as not only with 21 Pilots, but so many bands in the area and the scene, of course. Now, I do look to bands like Fall Out Boy, and I do see them as being so commercial and of really just being the definition of kind of sellouts in a sense, because they merchandise everything. They want to be a part of everything, and it's clear that they're just phoning in these performances like their Ghostbusters theme song, which I just thought was absolute trash for the most part. I mean, Patrick's vocals on it sounded solid enough, but as a song, it just didn't have any heart to it. And once you get down to it, you compare that next to songs by like Heathens by 21 Pilots, and it's clearly no contest who's putting in the most effort here. Once 21 Pilots actually start phoning in performances or doing things that aren't smart, unique, creative, and different, then maybe I can get behind some of the things that people are saying. But whenever people just blatantly trash talk a band like this, say that they're just so talentless or they've faded so much since their glory days, you want them to go back to, you know, just the self-titled album. You want them to just play these stripped down songs like off of Regional at Best or whatever it may be. They're not going to go back to that most likely. They're moving forward. They're trying new things and different styles. And as long as they can keep reinventing themselves, putting out great material like this, why be unhappy? And why spend so much time worrying about what a duo or a band are doing with their sound and just focus on the music that they're putting out there? Don't let yourself not enjoy something just because it's seen by millions. The Heathens video racked up 10 million views in the first week that it was online on YouTube, which is insane. Think about 3 years ago, that never would have happened. Whenever they put out their album Vessel, I remember watching the Holding On To You music video. It had been out for a month and barely had like 200,000 views. Yeah. That's how much things have turned around for 21 Pilots, and I say kudos to them. They currently have 3 songs inside of the top 25 on the Hot 100 in the United States at the time of recording this video. That would be Stressed Out, Ride just hit the top 10, and Heathens debuted at number 14 on the Hot 100, so they're all over the place in the mainstream. So my point with this video is take a step back, Think about what 21 Pilots are doing and think about the definition of what selling out would be. Yes, it exists. Yes, it's a thing that can happen, and bands can definitely phone things in and just kind of mimic things, go through the motions in order to get more cash out of you. Do I think 21 Pilots are doing that? Absolutely not, and if you think so, I would definitely recommend taking a different look and a different perspective at that situation. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like on it if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. I do track reviews, music news, an episode of 7 on Sunday drops every single week where I do like countdowns of like my favorite things with maybe like a certain artist or a certain topic that you guys recommend. So definitely check that out on Sundays. Other than that, I will see you guys very, very soon right here on Beyond ARTV.